for opening day?
Yeah, we're ready. We're ready. It's time to stop talking about it and start doing it. Excited for Georgie to get a chance to start on opening night. Excited for this group to be able to get in a rhythm and be able to start the process and start the task that they've been working for all off season. So
really good mix on this roster of maybe some guys who have been in the major leagues and some guys who
yeah,
just
for sure.
Talk about the roster a little bit and just how that mix plays a part.
Yeah, it's again. There's a lot of continuity. There's a lot of familiarity, and even the guys that have major league experience have some familiarity here also too with Sam Aldegari. So we feel good about what we've got, and like I said, just excited to get in rhythm. Tired of talking about it, and ready to start playing.
Nelson Rada had a pretty good spring. How do you hope to see him kind of carry that momentum into the regular season?
Yeah, we don't hope we're going to see him carry it in. So I mean, he's it's ridiculously impressive what he did a year ago, and then I think the thing that people are going to see is the maturity has really just continued to progress. You're talking about somebody that if he was a domestic-born player would have been a senior in high school a year ago and played every day in center field in Double-A and handled it with unbelievable maturity, and now the physical maturity is starting to match the mental maturity, and so we're excited to see where it's headed next for sure.
Y'all's bullpen looked really good last year. What are you liking about your staff this season?
Yeah, just the depth of it, the quality of stuff, the depth of the stuff, and really the quality of person. We've got a lot of really mature individuals, a lot of really mature players that are better people than what they are players. So again, you don't ever want to say what you feel like the strength of your club is going to be, but the depth of the pitching staff is definitely something you're excited about for sure.
With so much changes around the game over the last couple of years, now that we've gotten used to the pitch clock and everything else, how much has it changed the game, at least of how you manage a team?
It's a really good question and a really thoughtful question. It's faster, it's quicker. It forces you ahead of it. It forces you to a lot of the decisions or quote unquote decisions that people think are made in game are really made ahead of time. So it's a quicker game. It's a more athletic game. It's a more traditional game for me. And I feel like I didn't know. I reserved judgment on what my opinion was going to be on all of the rule changes that have been made. There hasn't been one that hasn't been for the positive for me. So I think it's a little bit of a throwback. I think the brand of baseball that we saw between, I don't know, really from 78, 79 to 94 or 95, I think is one of the golden ages of brand and fundamentals of baseball. And I think all of that, I think the pendulum is starting to swing back in that direction. And I think it's good for players, and I think it's good for fans too.
Christian Moore, top prospect for the Angels, going to be back here. Ended the season, I think, 100. What do you hope to see from him? How do you look at the spring?
Yeah, just for him to get in a rhythm. You look at what he was able to do a year ago, and you think about the rhythm of his year, starting in January with practices in Tennessee, how much energy and how much emotion goes into a college season, much less winning a national championship. So you win a national championship, you're drafted, you come straight to Double-A. It was a lot. It was a lot on him physically. It was a lot on him emotionally. He handled it all great. And now we've got a chance to get into some semblance of normalcy for him. So super talented player, process again is off the charts, and we've gotten a lot of the firsts out of the way. We got his first exposure to pro ball out of the way, we got his first big league camp out of the way, and now his first opening day and his first full season. So excited for him to be able to get in a quote-unquote normal rhythm. So
How's he grown maybe since the last game of this year as opposed to?
I don't want to speak for him, but I mean, it's just you think about if any of us dealt with that much change, and if any of us dealt with that many firsts between January and August, and to handle those things, I don't know how I would handle them at age 40 now, which sounds older. That's the first time I've said that, and much less to be doing it whenever you're 22 years old. So I think he's much more comfortable. Again, we've gotten a lot of the firsts out of the way, and excited for what he's able to do.
Big story just out of the gate is torpedo bats. I mean, it's amazing what kind of fuels. I was wondering if you had a thought on torpedo bats and how many guys are carrying torpedo bats.
That'd be a question for them. So it's I mean, I don't think it's something new. They were around a year ago, and I don't want to comment on how the media fuels stories, but I mean, you get a couple guys that catch a hot streak on a slow media news week, and now all of a sudden it's the first thing that everybody's talking about. So again, contact's good for the game, offense is good for the game. The way that the depth of pitching across the game is better than it's ever been, probably. And so anything that brings contact back, anything that brings action back, I'm a huge fan of. If that's a torpedo bat, if that's a submarine bat, if that's a aircraft carrier bat. I mean, just so that, but that would be a question for them. But again, anything that brings action back to the game and gets away from the 3 true outcomes, that deals with balls in play and deals with base running and brings some athleticism back, I'm 100% a fan of.
What do you like?
Can you tell us about some of your new guys in the dugout with Bo Martino and Rob Baraha?
Yeah, we'll start with Bo, a really, really unique background and a really, really good skill set. Extremely intelligent, really, really good at what he does. He's got a chance to be a huge asset for us out there. And Rod's resume speaks for itself. I don't have to speak for Rod. We should get him out here so he can speak for himself. But a guy that's done everything that there is to do. And again, I said this about Dan a lot too. Rod has the resume speaks for itself. The playing experience speaks for itself. The pureness of Rod's motives in having a genuine heart and passion and love for the game and genuine love for helping players and helping other coaches is really the major separator for him. He is, if you can get him to stop cracking jokes for a second, he's unbelievable for the environment and really has a really good balance of respect and reverence for what we're doing with a way of keeping things loose also. And then you put as a baseline under that the acumen and knowledge and experience that he has. It's a really unique combination, and we're all really, really blessed to have him on staff, especially me.